Virgos, welcome to your mid-month readings. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. And if you would like a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. I'm offering 2 love specials for the month of February, so if you would like to know more info about that, just email me and I'll gladly provide all the info. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do so by following the PayPal link, which is also down below, and as well my Facebook and Instagram page. So for this mid-month, I decided to do readings focused on love messages, but of course any other general message that may come forward for your sign, I will also deliver it. So Virgos, I feel like during this mid-month, Virgos are going through a lot of on and off type of energies. Like you may be sometimes feeling quite open to love and to engage in love and romance, and feeling mentally and emotionally available. As in others, you're it's like a strong dual energy here, like a strong mood swing that takes you to an energy that's completely different, where you feel unavailable, where you feel closed off, or where you feel like you're not you don't know what you want, you don't know if you should or you shouldn't do something about love and relationships, where you feel like you were doing something wrong or you are doing something wrong, so you shouldn't do it. So there's this very dualistic and even bipolar energy here in terms of love, in terms of what you want, in terms of what you are as well receiving. So naturally, this is something that most of you are going through internally, and even if you aren't aware of it, you may be attracting then people that have this type of behavior with you. They are completely open and loving and passionate one day, and the next day they may be gone for hours and not tell you anything. So there's a lot of slow and steady energy that some of you are being called to work on, so that you can know where you're stepping. I feel like some of you don't know where you are stepping. Everything is like airy or watery, but earthy, as you would like, grounding, defined, established, something that you would know what to count on. That is lacking, and I feel like some of you, that makes you as well retreat sometimes when you should try and advance, and other times you may jump and leap before you are truly ready and committed internally to that same experience, because you may be willing as well. Some of you may be feeling willing to have certain experiences, but not as but they are not settled internally in something that, yes, this is what I want to do now, this is what I really 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 want. Because even then, if in the next day you would not want that anymore, you wouldn't regret it or feel guilty or confused, because when we make choices based on that internal commitment to that same choice, it doesn't matter if that choice lasts one day or 1 year or a lifetime. It's something that you know why you have done it, and this is very important for you during this time, to know why internally, why you are doing or not doing something pertaining to love and the experiences of love, intimacy, and relationships in general. Others of you, I feel like you want to get rid of something. I feel like you have a dead weight, but it's like holding on to you. Something like you're walking and it's making you walk in a like this limp way, and you want to be free from something that is holding on to you. I feel like you may be dealing with I don't know if it's ex-partners or if it's experiences that you're looking for freedom of internal freedom, but they are not. There's something about it that it's not easy. Others of you, as I said, this could be about you may be having people that are holding on to you. You know, people that want you, people that maybe you already have been with, people that maybe you don't want or never had anything to do with, but there are, I feel like Virgos are attracting, you know, leeches, you know, people that are really wanting to hold on to them in a wrong way, in a way that it's about, you know, begging, this begging energy, someone begging something out of Virgo, begging for love, begging for appreciation, begging for Virgos to take care of them and so forth. So I feel like some of you may be dealing with a sense of guilt as well in terms of your love life, feeling obligated to support someone or some experience in your life because you feel guilty if you don't. So again, there's that sense, you have the Seven of Cups, which is a card that has been showing up a lot for mutable signs. The Seven of Cups here is an opportunity, again, talks to me, is telling me about that same point of you needing to know why you're doing the choices, why you're making the decisions you're making, why are you committing to things you don't want to commit, or why aren't you committing when in truth your heart wants to commit to something. I also feel like some of you are still healing and still taking care of yourselves. You're still trying to, you know, nourish your yourself with that love and that care and that appreciation that maybe you have lost in certain experiences. I feel like some of you feel still wounded, bruised by love experiences, and you're like, you know, you're in this process of I'm taking care of myself, I'm healing myself, and whatever comes and I will deal with it when it comes. I feel like some of you are trying to let go of the pressure of needing someone, wanting someone, especially for Virgos, again, single Virgos, or that have been disappointed by past experiences. I feel like you're taking your time with it, and this is the challenge, is the Page of Pentacles, is to take time out in nature, out in connection. As I said, the grounding force, understand your body, the language of your body, understand the signs that it's giving, understand, you know, what kind of value you put as well in yourself and in others, what kind of motivation, what kind of appreciation, what kind of work you're willing or not willing to put in now realistically into love. I do feel like some of you want an opportunity to break through. There are others of you here that want an opportunity to break through. So you want something to work. Some of you are trying a relationship out. There's a trial here. I have to say that others that already have tried, or you already are trying something, there's a chance of not working. I feel like some of you may be a little bit disappointed with something that ends up not working the way you wanted, the way you hoped for, the way you expected. Relationships that are not based, you know, in a very strong, you know, with a very strong connection. I feel like some of you, you know, there's something missing about connection and that sense of chemistry, a sense of two people merging into each other and naturally making it work, naturally understanding each other, naturally knowing and feeling and reading the other. So this creates sometimes a sense of gap between an empty space between you and this other person. So some of you may try something that may not work. Others of you, though, of course, it may work and it may actually be an experience that it's rewarding. So in general, that may be as well another part here, is that with this Page of Pentacles, Some of you Virgos are really focused and determined in making your investments pay off during this time, including what you are giving in any way to others. You want relationships to have that rewarding, satisfying, grounding force. Um, some of you that are coupled and in established relationships, there may be a sense of oddness about what you and your partner are uh, looking for mutually, which means that your shared goals and plans at this time may feel to be different, or there may be something lacking about it that makes you feel out of sync with your partner. You and your partner may be having some conflicts and debates and uh, discussions over material aspects of life like routine, schedules, money, work. There may be some outside forces in terms of the world out there and what both of you are doing that may be interfering in the flow of the relationship and in the harmony of the relationship. There are Virgos that are committed in relationships, that working on foundations is once again working on this page of pentacles, which is the obstacle, working on building solid roots, on taking care of each other, on bringing to each other what each other needs, in getting to know those physical needs, getting to know those aspects of the everyday life that the Virgo and their partners may feel like it's there's disconnection between what one needs and wants and what other gives, because there may even be a lack of understanding, a lack of knowledge of each other in that degree. So there may be just a need to adapt, a need to readjust certain things of each other's individual tastes and preferences to favor the relationship to grow in a mutual space. um, Home and foundation seems as well something important here. So there are Virgos that are focused on this, in building a home, in building something uh, that gives that home based feeling to the relationship, where they can feel safe and protected, sheltered within the arms of a relationship that feels like home, that feels like that that gives that protective, nurturing quality. Um, some of you may be approached by different elements a lot during this mid month as well. So there are Virgos that may attract people that love them or people that hate them. It's like a sharp contrast between admirers and haters. There's a sense of some of you attracting, I don't know if it's jealousy, if it's you know people that want to provoke and kind of disrupt your sense of security in yourself and in that self-love that some of you are working on. So I feel like some of you are dealing with bullies or critical people, uh, of your own, critical of your work, critical of your the way you are living love, critical of the relationships you are having. I feel like there are outside forces, some are friendly and some are actually supportive, and others are kind of Five of Swords in this advice energy. Some of it are just bringing conflict and bringing, unnecessary um, it's like unnecessary questions to you, because what I feel is like, if you allow it, those haters or those who are not, who don't have the best intention towards you, that they just want to make you feel bad about something, or they just don't care, how those actions and those words will affect you. Those people may, if you allow it, they may bring unnecessary questions to you of your worth, of your plans, of what you are doing. So if there are elements in your life during this time like this, where people are negatively criticizing you a lot or telling you a lot of negative things, making you question yourself, There may be a need for you to center, as I said, ground your energies and really release that, so you can see clearly that you are not defined by those voices. Some of you are like fighting with people a lot as well during um, this mid month. I feel fighting for your ideals, fighting, as I said, for what you believe is um, the way in love and the way to relate and the way to be with one another. I feel like um, you're not willing during this time to let go of certain, aspirations and certain ideals you have for your future. There's a lot of imagination as well associated with this card, and a lot of, wishful thinking. So um, there could be as well, people telling you that a lot, that you are wrong, that you shouldn't follow your dreams, that your dreams are not going to pay off. So as I said, a lot of negative, some negative um, feedback that I believe is just a test for your own sense of commitment and connection with those dreams. Some of it may be to awaken you, yes, to certain things that need to be details and adaptation that needs to happen to pursue those dreams. Um, but others are just, trash, garbage, things that you shouldn't internalize, you shouldn't even listen to. Um, some of you, it's like you believe in the incredible element in life, in the extraordinary element in life, including about love and relationships. You believe that you will find an extraordinary relationship, or that you will make your relationship extraordinary, that it will grow to be to that standard, as I said, that you are imagining and envisioning. And I feel like you are very committed, or growing stronger in that commitment to your dreams of love and relationship, what you dream to have in your life. um, some of you is like there's this special kind of love and love stories you may be involved with. There's something you very mystical, about you and the way you see love and the way you see people, which may, bring you as well beautiful and different stories and personalities to your life. Others of you want to put more of that mysticism into the relationship. You want to, I feel like there are Virgos that want to, you know, have some spiritual experience with love and partners, to grow spiritually with one another, to have shared, maybe even a shared ideology or shared belief, as I said, in that ultimate divine concept of existence and love. And so looking for spiritual love is also an option here. Others of you, you have an option, your options are like open. I feel like you have your the way in the road in terms of love and relationship is clear, and there may be people showing interest, people connecting and trying to reach Virgos. But I feel like there is a group of Virgos that just wants to keep the options open and not and don't feel ready to commit or ready to um, ready to decide or to be in a more conventional relationship. Some Virgos are just keeping their options open, and it's like an experimental phase in a certain way, with what they have showing up. Some of you are learning something about love. As I said, it's like there's a lesson. There's a lesson or a skill that you may be developing in terms of working through issues you have about yourself, love, but also issues you may have with others, connecting with others, trusting with others, all of that, like hard work in relationships. Some of you still need to release the heavy load, and you are working your way around it. In general, there is some forward movement as well, and action. um, especially when you decide upon things and when you give yourself, um, the room to, in a certain way, be assertive and decided about what you want to do, firm about what you want to do. But for some of you, that will take time, because the Seven of Cups really is the opposite energy of certainty. But it could also be that there's an approach, people approaching you, circumstances approaching you a lot, and you always needing to, where do I, not knowing where do you start, where to start. Everything is a little bit, like a little bit impulsive, or you may feel like others are too impulsive, and you need more time to work out your questions and your doubts about it. So there are energies approaching you, but in general, I feel like they are confusing, and you will need your time to kind of clear out doubts, but also to react. I feel like Virgos that are quiet in their space may need to stand up, and react, as I said, to bullies and different elements that will in a certain way meet Virgos. So Virgos that are not walking, Virgos that just want to sit down and chill and be in their own space healing. It may be harder to do that during this mid-month, because there are things, experiences coming to you for you to kind of step into a more, as I said, firm approach of who you are. I also feel like this mid-month is about you becoming firm, rooted, secure, you're even becoming your own authority here in issues dealing with, you know, issues is most likely in you demanding respect, or you putting it out in a very clear way, what you allow into your life and what you don't. And also there's something here about you, it's like you reaching a place of experience or of understanding that allows you to easily, when something is ending or ended, or something is not for you anymore, when something is hurting you, when something is negative, there's something here you're about to, some of you are about to reach, which is this very strong capacity to, when that is happening, cut it, disconnect it, end it, to not allow, debris after debris to kind of hold on to you and make it like the snowball of issues. So when something happens, you will, I feel like you are learning to react appropriately to it, instead of delaying it or doing things out of necessity for others and not for your own, or doing things that you don't want, saying no and yes to things you don't want to say no and yes, you see? So there's something here you are about to, a more clear mindset about decisions you make, which of course you can put this together to love, and when a partner or a relationship is destructive and interfering in your well-being, making it not allowing that to kind of grow and fester, and immediately taking action upon that issue. So I hope you have a great mid-month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And hopefully we'll see each other soon.